What if I told you there's a place where you can walk through streets that haven't changed in 400 years, swim with gentle giants the size of buses, and visit an ancient wonder that's been called the eighth wonder of the world? No, this isn't a movie set, this is the Philippines, and I'm about to show you why these incredible destinations will blow your mind. But isn't the Philippines just about Boracay's beaches? I hear you asking. Get ready to have your mind blown because this amazing country has over 7,640 islands, and I'm about to take you to places so incredible, they'll make you rethink everything you know about Southeast Asia. From ancient rice terraces to underground rivers, these spots aren't just beautiful, they're gateways to some of the most diverse ecosystems and richest cultural heritage sites on Earth. Let's kick things off with the magnificent vegan in northern Luzon. Forget those modern colonial replicas. Stretching over 2.2 square kilometers, this UNESCO World Heritage Site looks like a perfectly preserved slice of Spanish colonial history, with cobblestone streets and dark wood mansions that have stood for over 400 years. The architecture here blends Spanish colonial style with Chinese and Filipino elements, creating a unique earthquake Baroque design that survives centuries of seismic activity. Here's an insider tip. Visit during the Calesa festival between 3:30 and 5:30 p.m. when the setting sun bathes the ancestral houses in golden light, creating perfect photo opportunities that'll make your Instagram followers think you've time traveled. The historic district features over 233 preserved colonial buildings, some dating back to the 16th century, creating a living museum of Philippine history. Living for these hidden gem vibes? Hit that like button and tell me in the comments, would you rather explore ancient rice terraces or swim with whale sharks? Now, let me blow your mind with Donsol and Sorsogon. Sure, everyone knows about whale shark tours in other countries, but have you ever seen these gentle giants in their natural feeding grounds? These magnificent creatures, reaching lengths of up to 12 meters, gather here between November and June, with peak season from February to May. Local fishermen turned eco-warriors now serve as interaction officers, protecting these incredible animals while sharing their generations of knowledge. Want to feel like a real marine biologist? Join the local research team for their morning spotting sessions. They've documented over 1,500 individual whale sharks over 20 years. The interaction area covers approximately 7 kilometers of coastline, with strict guidelines ensuring both visitor safety and whale shark protection. Speaking of natural wonders, let's head to the Chocolate Hills of Bohol. These 1,776 perfectly cone-shaped hills spread across 50 square kilometers look like giant Hershey's Kisses during the dry season when their grass turns brown. The hills range in height from 30 to 120 meters and are actually ancient coral deposits shaped by millennia of weathering. But here's what most tourists miss. Visit during sunrise between 5:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. when morning mist creates an ethereal scene straight out of a fairy tale. The surrounding forest is home to one of the world's smallest primates, the Philippine tarsier, measuring just 10 to 15 centimeters in height. Craving more secret spots? Smash that subscribe button and ring that bell. We've got an upcoming video about the Philippines' most spectacular hidden waterfalls. Let's escape to Siargao, where you'll find what surfing felt like before Instagram discovered Bali. This teardrop-shaped island boasts 15 different world-class surf breaks, including the famous Cloud 9, with waves reaching heights of up to 6 meters. Check this out. The local community has managed to preserve their traditional way of life while embracing tourism, with strict building height restrictions keeping the island's charm intact. The main surf season runs from September to November when the waves are most consistent, but here's a local secret. Visit during the shoulder season, March to May, for smaller crowds and still perfect waves. The island's 437 square kilometer area includes 3 stunning lagoons, 44 small islets, and some of the clearest waters in the Philippines. Now, hold on to your hiking boots because we're climbing up to something truly spectacular, the Ifugao Rice Terraces. These aren't just ordinary farm fields, they're an engineering marvel that climbs to an altitude of 1,500 meters and covers 10,360 square kilometers of mountainside. Built by hand over 2,000 years ago, these terraces follow the natural contours of the mountains and are still maintained using traditional farming methods passed down through generations. The irrigation system spans 20 kilometers and draws from the rainforest above the terraces. During planting season, March-April, the terraces transform into thousands of mirrors reflecting touching the sky, creating a spectacle that's earned them the nickname Stairways to Heaven. When you're in Palawan, you absolutely must visit the underground river in Puerto Princesa. This 8.2-kilometer river system flows directly under limestone cliffs, creating one of the world's longest underground navigable rivers. The cave system contains major formations that span 20 million years of history. The local guides know every twist and turn. Just ask for the special paleontological tour where you can see marine fossils embedded in the cave walls. And here's a fun fact: the cave is home to over 800 plant species, 195 bird species, 30 mammal species, and 19 reptile species. Ready for something truly magical? In Coron, Palawan, you can dive through a surreal underwater museum of World War II shipwrecks. There are 12 large Japanese ships sunk during the war, lying at depths between 10 to 40 meters. The most famous wreck, the Arako Maru, stretches 147 meters in length and sits upright at 42 meters deep, creating an artificial reef that's now home to over 300 species of fish. The water visibility often exceeds 30 meters, and water temperatures stay constant at around 28 degrees Celsius year-round. But here's the real secret: visit during the shoulder season, March to May, when you can have these underwater time capsules almost to yourself. Want a beach that rivals the Maldives? At Boracay's White Beach, the sand is so fine it feels like powdered sugar between your toes. The beach stretches for 4 kilometers and is divided into 3 stations, each with its own personality. Here's something mind-blowing: this sand is composed of millions of fragments of white coral and shells ground down over thousands of years. The beach underwent a massive rehabilitation in 2018, and now strict environmental regulations ensure this paradise stays pristine for generations to come. The island can only accommodate 19,215 tourists at a time to maintain its delicate ecosystem. The best part? During sunset, watch as hundreds of traditional pairhouse sailboats create a magical spectacle against the crimson sky. For those heading to Cebu, time your visit for the Sinulog Festival in January. This cultural extravaganza features over 100 performing groups, with the grand parade stretching for 6 kilometers through the city streets. The festival celebrates the island's rich history, including its role as the site of the first Spanish settlement in the Philippines 500 years ago. Don't miss Magellan's Cross, housed in an octagonal pavilion and marking the spot where Christianity was first introduced to the island in 1521. When you're in Manila, don't just pass through, explore the walled city of Intramuros, covering 0.67 square kilometers of history. The walls stretch for 4.4 kilometers and reach heights of up to 22 meters in some places. Built in 1571, these walls have survived wars, earthquakes, and centuries of history. The nearby San Agustin Church, built in 1607, is the oldest stone church in the Philippines and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Visit during the sunset walking tours between 4:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. when the ancient stones glow with golden light. From ancient rice terraces to pristine beaches, from historic cities to underwater wonders, the Philippines isn't just a destination, it's 7,640 islands of adventure waiting to be discovered. Whether you're planning your first Philippine escape or your 100th, there's always another incredible spot in this archipelago of wonders. Don't forget to hit subscribe to Destinasia for more hidden Philippine paradise spots. Which of these incredible destinations is calling your name? Let us know in the comments below. Remember, the Philippines isn't just a country, it's a collection of thousands of unique experiences waiting to be explored. Paalam at magkita tayo sa Pilipinas, adventurers!